Hello. Man, I have like 10 billion things to talk about, but as I can't actually think of my desktop audio not being recorded. Hold on, cut this out. Ow, my eyes. Why do I even use this thing? Not worth it. Ugh. Um, Jeez. Alright, hold on. This is like the clumsiest intro ever. But anyway, I'm doing like master like pupil. Like I said before, I wanted to make sure I was recording gameplay, even if I'm doing it for the first time as a tank and I will suck and you'll make fun of me. It's okay. As she will be at pains to remind me I have not paid Master Matoya a visit since returning from the first. But as this seems as good a time as any, come, let us make for her cave. Alright, well, that was simple enough. Anyway, there's like a ton of stuff, kinda, that happened since the last time. One of the biggest things, of course, is Graha is adorable and deserves all the love in the world. Heck. Hecking frick. I had to, well, I mean, I didn't want to, like, rush this out or anything, because, you know, I want to play through the story at my own pace. Only that, you know, life stuff. And, you know, other dailies and things that I would stream if I could still stream, but, um, no one wants to watch a zero view streamer for 12 hours do dailies anyway. Bubba dubba. Da-da-da-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Sorry, making stupid noises is how you get your brain to sort out its thoughts correctly. Man, I can't help but feel like maybe I should just make my own video separately talking about like World of Warcraft stuff. Because a lot of people playing this game right now are talking about WoW. Well, kind of. A lot of people in the online community are talking about people who are coming to this game from WoW. Most notably at the moment being Asmongold. And I think, you know, obviously the whole thing is ridiculous. Well, I mean, I say obviously, but people are probably going to combat that thought, but Master Matoya is something of a legend among Archons. I very much look forward to meeting her, if not the dressing down I am liable to receive for my inept attempts at summoning you. Do you remember? When last we came here was to find out why the others had collapsed. If someone had told me that they'd been whisked away to another world, I probably would have laughed in their face. Live and learn, eh? I know, we got isekai'd in the isekai, that's crazy. It has been some time since Master Matoya last saw Ishola. What a lot that we'll have to talk about. I mean, it's been a lot of time for Ishtola, but it's only been like a couple months. Hey. Right? Because I didn't spend that much time in the first. I take it you're ready to bear witness to the joyous reunion of Master and Pupil? Very well. Very well. Okay. We're going into a cutscene now. I'm not gonna talk over the voice acting. Even if that's what I ought to do.
Nary a word from you all this time, then you bring every man and his pirogo with you. Did no one teach you any manners, girl?
They were too busy teaching me etherology, Master. Jesting aside, I wanted to be the one to express our gratitude. I am told you spared no effort to sustain our bodies while we were away. And for that, we owe you our lives. Thank you.
You were gone so long. I was starting to think you'd set your heart on staying.
it wasn't easy to leave, as it happens. Seldom does one have the opportunity to study other worlds, and I would not have minded extending my stay by a handful of years.
Ever the scholar. Y'shtola dedicated herself to studying ancient civilizations of the First, befriending a tribe known as the Knights Blessed in the process. There she took on the name of Matoya and won the respect of all the children of the forest.
I merely adopted an alias in accordance with the custom of my hosts. Yours just happened to be the first name that came to mind.
Uh-huh.
You mean to tell me you went gallivanting about using my name and only bother to visit when you need a favor? And don't pretend you don't. I taught you long enough.
Oh, have the bully tables have turned. Accidentally, it would seem.
And devoted pupil that I am, I could not fail to recall my master's sage advice. When the answer eludes you, look to the wisdom of your elders.
You there. Were you going to introduce yourself?
Where can I get a hat like that? You know, just saying.
How remiss of me. Grahatia is my name, and I am proud to call myself a scion. I too wish to offer my gratitude for your invaluable aid in sustaining the Archon's bodies, as well as my apologies. It was my inexpert summoning spell which endangered their lives in the first place.
Aren't Alizé and Alphino not Archons?
Ah, yes. The one bent on digging up the mysteries of Alag. Old Galaf used to speak of you, and Kryles told me all about your recent exploits. Do you have a bad back or something? At ease, boy. Whatever mess you've made, I'm not in the habit of dwelling on the failings of the younger generation.
You are too kind. I've also heard much and more about you, Master Matoya. 'Tis an honor to finally make your acquaintance.
Well, that's more than enough pleasantries for anyone. Tell me what you want. I haven't got all day.
You not. What do you even do in this cave? You know, not to doubt you.
So that's the way of it. It should be a simple enough matter to make the familiar. The magic, on the other hand.
Ah, that you may leave to me. Being the only one possessed of royal blood, I alone can imbue the subject with the necessary magic.
So I just need to create porxes with the power to stir the soul. Just, I say. Though we're talking about a veritable herd of the little buggers, we'd collapse before we reached double figures. But if I could get a familiar to create the familiars, a mother porxie, as it were.
What the? No, where is this going? I don't want to think of a giant
I haven't seen the last
pregnant
of that
spirit
molehill
pig.
hole after all.
My old workshop, then? Everything required to make your familiar is there. It may be, but no one has set foot in there since the Exodus. I dread to imagine what has become of it. Oh, there's sure to be a handful of feral familiars, and mayhap a monster or two, but that's nothing to trouble the likes of you. Consider cleaning up the place payment for my help. Fine, we'll do it. Good girl. If there were no other objections, I suggest you run along to the Maker's Quarter. I'll send one of my Paragos ahead to let you into the workshop. You need only tell him who you are. One can't be too careful after all. Off you go. Where is it? Also, why is the anti-tower just sitting in, like, Matoya's basement? I'm not entirely sure how that one, was, you know, just glossed over. I don't know, man. Also, I did the level 80 quest for Dark Knight, because I do have Dark Knight leveled. Despite me doing this quest for the first time, I have like 5,000 hours in this game. One might begin to wonder, what could you possibly spend 5,000 hours in a game doing? And you know what? If you haven't played this game, play it and you'll know. If you have played this game, you already know, so I don't have to tell you. Unless you're a hater, in which case, you know, it's fine. Haters gonna hate. Jeez. Yeah, anyway. Dark Knight Quest. The level 81, made me cry. I mean, okay, everything is making me cry, so obviously me saying that doesn't mean a lot. But, it was really good. I mean, the level 1 to 50 Dark Knight Quest is really good, so the level 80 quest would be a continuation of that somewhat. I guess some kind of spoilers, but I'm not going to tell you what happens. I'm just going to say it was great. And, yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I had to grind eye level before doing this quest. Because I needed an eye level, 570? So now I'm 578. Judging by the unruly state of the floor without, I think it's safe to assume there will be no shortage of unruly fauna within. Add to that the undisturbed secrets of the workshop, and we have the makings of an adventure. But it's here? It's just this random building? I mean, there's a lot of random buildings here, so... say that I'm surprised is understatement. Grass could do with it. Yeah, okay. Workshop was an unforgiving place even before the Exodus. I may have mentioned Alize and I were still very young when we departed with the Exodus. I envy Ishtola for remembering the city as it once was. So if I remember correctly, Alphino and Alize were born here, but the Charlians left when the 5th Umbral Calamity happened. And I guess they were still babies or something. I say that, but I think it was 15 years ago? Right? Yeah, they had to have been babies. I think they're only 16. Greetings, Ribbit, and welcome to my good mistress's Relict. Puro Rago is my name, and I am honored to be your guide. Within you will find a space dedicated to the making of familiars. Oh, whoops, not within you, but within you. Yeah, alright, anyway, along with a cavern wherein the requisite ingredients may be had. I must warn you, however, that the place has not played host to a single soul, much less a broom in over 15 years, and will, I regret, be in some disarray. But rest assured, my brothers and I will see to it you do not lose your way. On then, Ribbit, only say the word and I will show you in. You're wondering why my voices aren't, like, too elaborate? Well, okay, the first thing you might think is, he just can't do them, he's bad at voices. But the real thing is, if I try too hard, my throat explodes. Also, I'm gonna do this with the NPCs, because I think you get more story out of it by doing it. At least the first time with NPCs, so... I have duty roulette selected? Anyway, I'll see you again when I'm in the dungeon, just because I'm gonna edit all the nonsense out. Alright, we are in. I remember when this dungeon came out, actually. I mean, okay, duh, like, everyone who plays this game remembers when this dungeon came out, but... you know, I was not up to date when it did. So... it has been out for a while now.
To begin with, I need you to gather a few ingredients. Listen well to what the Parogos say, or you'll wish you had.
Lighting on my armor is kind of bad here. I mean, it usually looks better, in my opinion. Anyway, I wanted to bring Graha and Alphino, and have Graha as like a damage dealer. I probably could have done that, but it's because I selected him first, he was a healer. Alright, whatever, it's fine. We have the cat girl and Alize, so it's all good. We had the clay clot cauldron? Ribbit through this portal if you would. Okay. It's not too complicated. One of the biggest problems with doing dungeons for the first time through Duty Finder is, for one, you can't look at, like, all the cool stuff. You can't really appreciate anything, and please follow me, Ribbit, and put down any posts by the way. Sometimes there's, like, things on the ground for you to read, and you can't read them, even if you are the tank, because your team is yelling at you to pull harder, and you're just like, sorry, I didn't mean it. Come on then, frog. Anyways, I should have no problem pulling this many mobs. Hey, one of the mobs didn't get leashed. Interesting. You know, at least I don't have to say sorry to the NPCs. Please? Tree? If you would? Alright, I think I've got them all this time. Gotta activate that. Literally, why are these trees just de-aggroing? Is Y'shtola really doing that much damage? This is a nightmare. Luckily for me, the AI heals are usually pretty broken. You kind of have to F up pretty badly to die. And I would be lying to you if I said I haven't done so before. But you know what? Frickin' sometimes mid-eye level is fun when you try to pull the whole dungeon. Don't worry about it. Alright, yeah, just launch us, I guess. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry, I have things bound to shift and control and yeah, okay, a lot of things, and I didn't even use Confetti, or alright. Anyway, the brain flooding is immense, to say the least. 7. Control, oh, shift 7. There we go. Alright, see, I'm hitting this Spriggan. So I have a inkling that maybe they just hate me. Yeah, are they? I'm sure. I think they've been off the whole time. You've been doing so much DPS that none of the enemies want to even look at me. I'll have you know, I am above eye level 470, so. You might say, you literally aren't using Fight or Flight? Yeah, I just had to look to see what it was called because, of course I don't know what it's called. Come on. Come on. This is silly. Come here. Alright, I think I stabilized a little bit. Alright, actually, even though I'm spamming AoEs, the Spriggans are just ignoring. I'm just gonna assume that's a mechanic, and not because I'm bad. Pretty sure I got that. Anyway, I kind of wanted to talk about WoW stuff. I don't know. I used to like WoW a lot. I don't feel like making drama videos, though. I just like uploading gameplay. One might say, well, you're gonna get 1 sub if you just upload gameplay and don't upload like a bunch of drama videos. And you know, yeah, maybe. But, you know, I'm prepared for that fate. Alright, there is mud balls that I assume I want to hit into the mud holes. I do not know how to do that, or how to even go about doing that. Oh. Okay. The mud balls went into the mud holes. Am I missing something? What are we doing? Oh, I have to shoot them into the hole! Alright, hold on. Uh-oh. You know, I usually don't take too long to catch on to mechanics. But if they do kill you the first time you don't get it, then I will often be killed. Honestly, I should have used Requiescent there. I am using... Wait, did I die? Was it full? What happened? Alright, hold on. I'll cut back into the fight. Okay, we're back. Hopefully this time goes a little bit better. Is it better? Those of you who like clear hard content in this game, I guess. I don't mean like hard content, I mean like savage content, in which you actually need optimal rotations to do anything. Is it better to lead with Requiescent? Also, please heal me, Graha, thank you. Or to lead with Fight or Flight? I don't know. Because you start with full mana, so one would think that you would want to start with Requiescent. But also... a Circle of Scorn and Spirits Within. Yeah, I literally don't know names. Sorry, that's my quirk. I don't remember names. That's how it is. Why is there a spooky guy in that poop hole? You know, I just now realized that that could have been taken out of context. And, don't do that. But... yeah, I don't know. Scales with, Fight or Flight, and those are also off cooldown when the fight starts, so I don't know which one is optimal to lead with. I don't know. Also, Graha, I love you dearly, but you are, feeling like garbage. Alright, maybe not like garbage, alright? I haven't died. Why do I care that I'm being mean to an NPC? Look, you know why. Because they're precious, and I like them more than real people. Anyway. Goodbye, Mudman. Why is that the first time you used your stack move when you're gonna die anyway? I don't know. Got some shoes for Red Mage, though, if I ever need eye level on them, which I will. Man, my brain is just all over the place. I just don't know what to talk about. Need to get the water flowing. Now that we've dealt with Poop Man. Right, I'm just gonna finish my thoughts. Well, okay. Like I have a million thoughts. Often I don't fetch water. Help. Help. I'm going to finish my thoughts on WoW, even though I don't have many, just because I want to. That's why. And those thoughts are essentially as follows. I used to like the game, and then Legion came out, and then it became the, game design philosophy of Blizzard to, delete all of their previous expansions when the next expansion came out. Don't get me wrong, I thought Legion was okay. I didn't think it was great. I was one of those people who thought MoP actually was probably the best the game ever was. And you can disagree with me if you want. That's fine. You know, I'd like to disagree with people because then I could tell them that they're wrong. And eventually they will convince me that I'm wrong, and that's just how it is. Because I'm a little too agreeable, I think. Give me this treasure. Okay, you moved the lift. Oh. Oh, yeah, okay. Good lift. Anyway. Yeah, I stopped wanting to play WoW when I grinded for like 800 hours on, getting my, it's not called a relic weapon in that game. Hold on. Artifact weapon? Yes, my artifact weapon. Up to max on all 3, specs, and then I was like, man, I sure want to play like a priest or something. It's a shame that literally being a different class makes this game unplayable. Yeah, no, alt-friendly is not what I would call Legion in the slightest. Anyway. Anyway. There were, you know, some good things about it, don't get me wrong. And I think that if the game had Legion as an end point for the game, like if the game died at Legion, that would be a better game. I mean, I gotta be honest. If Blizzard was like, alright, we're gonna make WoW 2, Legion's last one, that's fine. Like, the late game grind was insane, but it was so insane that you could literally, like, probably, if you were still playing Legion today, you could still be grinding alt classes, artifact weapons, like, you know, if you believe in alts in WoW. To be honest, most people have completely given up on the idea of alts in WoW. And I don't blame them, because it sucks. Sorry, optimal rotations do not exist when I speak at the same time. Yeah, one of the reasons I actually played this for the first time was because I heard you can be every class on one character. And I'll have you know, I used to play Terra. I know this kind of moves away from the WoW discussion, but I used to play Terra. And that game, until they remade the entire game, was relatively alt-friendly. I mean, it was a really long leveling process. I mean, now it isn't. You could do it in a week now, but back in the day, it took forever. And it was fun to level up a bunch of classes just to, like, level 20, because you could. Even though it, like, took you days each time, you know, I don't know, I had fun with it at least. And alts are just a big selling point for me, because I like to experience everything a game has to offer. And I'm not just gonna be like, oh man, like, if I was playing WoW and I was like, man, I'm a healer main, because I used to play Shaman. Another reason why I would have left, if any of you have played WoW, is because I played Shaman. And Shaman is a garbage class, and it always has been. Don't at me. If you're wondering why I was clicking there, I have no reason. I just felt like it. But yes, if I wanted to main healer, and I played Shaman, I would only have Resto Shaman. That would be it. I would only be playing Resto Shaman the entire expansion, pretty much. Which I did a couple of times. And I like Resto Shaman, don't get me wrong. But if I wanted to play Priest, and I wanted to do any endgame content whatsoever, I literally couldn't. I couldn't. I didn't have that option. It just was not there for me. Unless, of course, I was so ahead on my main class. Okay, what's happening? Am I gonna die? What if I stand here? Alright. Well, I took a lot of damage. Over here. That's where I want to be. I saw the glowing things. Good on me. This thing is kind of cute, actually. You know, for, like, something that wants to drown me, anyway. Oh, did I want to not step on that? Why did Alize and Ishtola go to the corners? Am I missing something? Is this something the NPCs don't know how to do? Because I'm scared. Alright. The answer was yes. It sure was something that the NPCs didn't know how to do. So I guess it's up to me to figure it out. Hopefully I can do it as one player. And this isn't like one of those situations to where I'm soft-locked and have to do it again with real people. We'll see. We're back. This time, Alice will instantly LB? Oh no, it was Stola. Granted, it's not like it actually matters. I'm just going to get hit in the face. Cool beans. I mean, it doesn't give me vuln stacks or anything, so maybe I am just supposed to get hit in the face. And the idea is, the DPSs are just supposed to avoid me. Alright. I'm going to attack The thingies up there. Can I even attack them? Oh! Okay. I guess. Yeah, okay, that didn't take too long to figure out. I suppose in some way it was indeed something the NPCs couldn't do. But they do automatically come with me, so... Oh, I guess just something to think about. Hey, don't stand next to me. Goodbye. Sorry. Song is good, alright?
Allow me.
And I often devolve into just singing the OST of this game while I am playing. You know, I would say for good reason. Okay. I'm gonna get ping-ponged, I guess. See you in hell. A little bit of focus is required, I apologize. I know some of you pro gamers out there might be like, what? Come on, I could do this dungeon with my eyes closed, and my arms tied behind my back, and my little brother is holding the controller, and frickin' I'm sorry, alright? Back to my rant. It wasn't really a rant, actually. If you play WoW and you want to play this game, play this game. If you still like playing WoW, keep playing WoW. There you go. I don't like it anymore. And a lot of people don't like it anymore. Yep. What this game does well, that I think WoW does not do well, is the fact that all of the content from the whole game's lifespan is completable. I mean, yeah, so is it in WoW, but it's completable and relevant, I guess? Like, it's something you gotta do. Kinda. I mean, you don't have to do all of it. But just, I don't know. If you play the game, you'll know what I mean, alright? It doesn't feel like you're wasting your time when you do old content in this game. And wow, it very much feels like they wish that the old content didn't exist in the first place. And yeah, okay. You might be thinking, well, then just play Classic if you like old content so much. I'll have you know, I did play Classic. And Classic WoW, I think... The release of Classic WoW was probably the most fun I've ever had with WoW, ever. Granted, I didn't play the original launch, but I have a feeling the release of Classic was better than the original launch, because, for one, I wasn't running it on a Windows 95 computer. And for another, there was just a lot of people in good spirits because they were happy the game was out again. And you know, when a game is new, you don't necessarily have that community of people that are happy to help you and friendly at all opportunities. Now some of you might be thinking, the Classic WoW community? Friendly? Yeah, okay. Boomer. like you have any idea what you're talking about. And I'll have you know, if you were there for the first couple of weeks, it really was friendly. Like, you could play that game for hours with randos and have a great time. But I don't want to go back to Classic TBC because I think level boosts completely ruin the entire point of Classic WoW. I honestly believe that. I think there is no point in playing Classic WoW at all if you, for one, if you buy a level boost. No, duh, there's no point in playing it because you literally are just not playing it. But if like one or two people buy a level boost, I'm not going to be like, well, I don't want to play the game because 2 people get to skip all the content I had to work for. No, I'm not that salty or stupid, okay? But if a couple hundred people do it, it really does get to the point where it's like, alright, well, why bother, you know? Like, why did I even bother playing Classic WoW if I could just pay money to skip over all of the difficult parts of it? It's just like, for the experience, obviously, it's like, look, if the experience was valued by Blizzard that much, they wouldn't be selling it to you. They wouldn't be selling you the ability to not be a part of it, you know? I feel like if you really care about the content in your game, you don't want your community to skip it. And then it comes to the question of, hey, but what about level boosts in Final Fantasy XIV? It's a thing in that game. It is a thing in this game. I don't think it's as bad in Final Fantasy XIV as it is in TBC Classic. I think it's way, 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 way worse in TBC Classic. But it's not that bad in Modern WoW. I mean, I think Modern WoW is a bad game. But I don't think level boosting in it matters at all. Like, if you want a level boost in Modern WoW, do it. But, you know, if I'm going to elaborate further on that, I'm just gonna have to do it in the comments with anyone who decides they care. But, level boosting in this game, I also am not okay with, don't get me wrong. Kind of. If you level boost in alt, I don't care, because, like, why not? Like, you could still do once again, all the old content's relevant, so even if you level boost, you could go back and do it, and not necessarily miss out on, you know, some earlier things that you could do. But, this game is also a story-based RPG that, guess what? If you skip the, like, first fourth of the story, why are you playing it in the first place? Like, why are you playing a story-based RPG if you're just gonna skip the text? I don't know. There's no point. Like, sorry, don't level boost, I guess. Like, in that case, though, I'm not mad, like, that you're boosting because you're boosting, you know? It's like, it's a different thing. I'm mad that you're boosting because you're stupid if you boost in this game. But I'm not mad because you skipped 60 levels of leveling, because leveling in this game is honestly not a chore at all. Okay, maybe leveling Fisher is a bit of a chore, but, you know, otherwise, it's fine. It's fun. Like, to just level the classes you want to level, it doesn't take that long. And it isn't hard. So, you know, just do it. I mean, okay, leveling your first class to 80 takes a while, but it happens in the course of the story with no side content required, so, you know, there's that. Wait, that's it? That thing wasn't even a boss. We got the magma going, but we didn't even fight anything of worth. Whatever. But yeah, really, I just say don't boost in this game because you're skipping the story of a game that is based around its story. um, yeah, right. Anyway, yeah, that's my ranting out of the way.
Right then.
Oh,
Let's get this over with.
right. I suppose. Well, I'm not gonna talk over this because I want to listen to it, even though there probably won't even be more dialogue. But you never know.
Newborns are wont to be difficult. Sure, who's in charge?
Oh, here is the giant pregnant pig. It's just going to shit out other pigs. I am interested to see how this goes. Because the idea of just creating a familiar that makes familiar seems kind of dumb to me. Like, it's almost too obvious. It's like, if you could just do that, why wouldn't you have just done that in the first place? I can smell fear. Suspect the creature will be anything but regal. But, you know, I have trust in this game's storytelling abilities. And the fact that whatever it is that this Porksy's gonna do will be good. Alright, so, now I'm gonna mention Asmongold. I'm gonna say this in the nicest possible way. Why do you care what he decides to do with his life? You should. You know, he might be your favorite streamer. You might like WoW a lot. And you think, if he stops playing WoW, the game will die. One, he's not going to stop playing WoW. Alright. Two, if the only reason the game is alive is because he's streaming it, there's bigger issues. Three, maybe he won't like this game and that's fine and he'll just stream it for a day and move on with his life. There you go. Those are my thoughts. You're welcome. Anyway, not that anyone cares. Like, this is going to be a four-view Andy for sure. She's hidden herself. Find her quickly, or you'll be in for a world of pain. Hopefully, killing this thing helps us with that. Otherwise, we are going to be very sad very soon. What the heck? She's in space? Alright. Not really what I was thinking. It was cool, though. Anyway, you know, I think that's all my thoughts. Okay, well, not all my thoughts, granted. Unfortunately, I have so many thoughts that I stay awake at night thinking thoughts that I can't get rid of, and really a problem, actually. But that's all the thoughts that I thought were relevant currently to the Final Fantasy community and people who may be wanting to play the game, or thinking about it, and are watching me for some reason. There you go. How's my day? Oh, you know, it's pretty good. Oh, no one asked? Well, you know, your mom. You're really just gonna blow my house down just like that, huh? Just like that? Sorry, I didn't want to misclick Sheltron. Oh, I missed a freaking Holy Spirit there. And I misclicked Sheltron. You know, I really shouldn't put Hologram and Sheltron right next to each other. Hold on, let me just... There you go. Crisis averted. And it's dead. Well, so much for making it. Man, we went through all the trouble. And you seem really excited, Lana, but she doesn't look so good. Anyway, I'll finish this whole duty. Considering I haven't done it before. Anything funny to say? Yeah, okay. Alizé always comes through with the banter. And Alphino never comes through with the banter. Thanks, Alphino. I saw it. Yeah, it is twitching. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. She knows.
There we are. Quite tame.
Oh, good.
Then all that remains is for me to imbue her with the magic. My friends, I'm afraid I must trouble you for your ether once more.
So, excuse me if I don't understand how this works. If Grahatia, imbues something with his ether, it gains the ability to retain memories that can only be done because of Allegan blood or something. You know, I'm still working out the details in my head. But if he imbues this Porksy with his ether, and it then gains the ability to retain memories, I guess, in shifting souls, why would it be so obvious, then, that its offspring that it can make for some reason
That should suffice.
would also have that ability? You know, I hope I'm not thinking too far into this.
Set her to work then, shall we? I want to see some Porksies. Assuming that is, someone can spare the requisite energy. A mere drop in the ocean for the great sorceress Matoya, I dare say.
Yeah. No, I've never been too self-conscious, but I sure do have a big schnoz, huh? Well, evidently it was a problem for the Great Master Matoya. Well, it was able to make Porksies.
Excellent. Our very own litter of Angelos. And we can make as many more as we want, simply by providing the mother Porksy with additional ether.
Yeah, okay. At least that one checks out a little bit.
I will require a moment before I try again.
I wonder what it feels like,
Hard
even.
work, but a damn sight more efficient than making them one by one. Thank you, Master Matoya. Everyone, we're a step closer to our goal.
Distributed amongst the allied nations, they should do much to facilitate closer dialogue with the beast tribes. And given their present travails, I believe our friends in Limsa Laminsa should be the first beneficiaries.
Agreed. Though I must leave this errand to you. I doubt my legs will carry me out of the cave, much less to Vilbrand.
Like, are your
Thank you for
muscles
taking the lead
sore?
in gathering the ingredients. I expect you would benefit from a rest too.
In addition to the Porkses, I trust you've gained an inkling of how much effort goes into the creation of familiars. Or mayhap you attribute your struggles to old age.
If I said yes, would it persuade you to treat me like an adult?
Not with that pertness, it wouldn't. Anyway, assuming you have no other favors to ask, I shall be leaving.
Lest you wonder, Master Matoya has returned to her cave with the Y'shtola. They're two peas in a pod, are they not? You may now enter Matoya's Relict with a party of NPC avatars. You know, I already did it. From now on, I think I will enter Matoya's Relic through the level 80 duty finder, but, you know, fair enough. Oh, that'll be it? Thanks for tuning in if you did. If you didn't, then you'll never hear this message, so why am I even talking to you? Ba-da-beep-bop, ba-da-beep-boop-bop.